So we already talked about the rifleman's posture and the forward leaning posture, that shoulders in front of the hips and slight bend in the knees to shift your body weight into slight bend in the knees to shift your body weight into the balls of your feet. When I say slight bend in the knees, I see a lot of students do this for some reason. Or if I say lean forward a little bit more, they do this for some reason. Slight bend in the knees, okay? That's just kind of taking making sure your knees aren't locked. So rifleman's posture, forward leaning, shoulders forward of the hips, rocks your body weight into the balls of your feet with a slight bend in your knees. Then there is the hands up and out at 90 degrees, hands at eye level, so that I have quicker strikes, so that my hands are up, so that if I'm fighting hands and all of a sudden a box cutter or a syringe or something sneaky enters the fight without me knowing about it, I'm already in a position where I'm keeping things out and away from my vital organs in my head. So now we're going to marry these two together, and we're going to discuss specifically the stance. We have two stances that we teach in our combatives program. That is the Krav Maga outlet stance, which is my feet are together. I turn approximately 30 degrees while still squaring off with my opponent, and step to at or slightly beyond a comfortable stance with my feet about shoulder width apart. From there, hands up, forward leaning, slight bend in the knees, hands up, eye level, at or beyond 90 degrees. The purpose of the outlet stance is, one, that in civilian self-defense, I'm not wearing body armor, so I want to create a smaller target, a smaller silhouette. And when it comes to centerline kicks or attacking the groin with legs, we as humans have a natural instinct to bring our knee across to try and cover that area. It's a natural instinct. Anybody will do it if they're, whether trained or not, if somebody attempts to strike them in that area. So Krav Maga, using simplicity, simply takes that pre-programmed movement in our motor engrams in our brain and makes it just a little bit more effective by bringing the knee up higher and using the soft tissue of the calf muscle to deflect the kick. When you're at this 30-degree stance, that leg is readily available to come across quickly. The next stance that we teach in our combatives program is the modified Isosceles fighting stance. And that is with my rifleman's posture, forward leaning, shoulders slightly in front of the hips, slight bend in the knees, rocking my body weight into the balls of my feet, hands up at or beyond 90 degrees with hands at eye level. I'm then going to just step back until I feel, until I feel that I have a solid base to move from, absorb impact, recoil, and strike from, okay? The purpose for this, the purpose for having two stances, is because for people who are tactical professionals, or even if you're clearing your house at night because some bad guy broke in and you're going down the hallways, when we shoot in a modified Isosceles. When we move in a modified Isosceles. So how we do anything is how we do everything. So if I'm moving in a modified Isosceles on a weapons platform and a spider monkey hops out of a closet at me and jumps on my back, I'm not going to suddenly transition from my shooter's stance, my modified Isosceles, to a Krav Maga outlet stance to fight, especially if I'm in a team or something to that effect. And also, too, there's other reasons why we want to fight in a modified Isosceles as professionals, but I'm not going to discuss that here because I'm not trying to share law enforcement or military sensitive things, right? There's plenty of other YouTubers that can do that and you can go find out. I'm not going to. At any rate, those are our two stances. We have the Krav Maga 30-degree offset outlet stance for the purpose of easily deflecting incoming kicks and better protecting our center line and creating a smaller target. And then we have our modified Isosceles fighter stance that facilitates a better shooter's platform and tactical platform for other tactical purposes. That the only downside to this is that your center line, your ability to deflect those incoming kicks will be slightly slower. The timing will be slightly off.